Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week Wisdom and Legacy Building podcast. This is day 498 of our trek, and today is Philosophy Friday. Every Friday, we will ponder some of the basic truths and mysteries of life and how they can impact us in creating our living legacy. Currently, each Friday, we are on a multi-week trek as we explore the teachings of some of my virtual mentors such as Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, and Earl Nightingale. The core of the current trek is based primarily on Jim Rohn's book called The 5 Major Pieces to the Life Puzzle. I have learned a considerable amount from reading and rereading this book on my own trek of life, and I trust that you'll benefit from it also. And keeping with the continuity of Wisdom Trek, I am adapting it to the 5 trails on life's trek. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. It has been rather cold this week as winter weather begins to set in. We are thankful for a warm office and a beautiful view to work from. On last Friday's trek, we ended up with 3 questions about how those you associate with will impact your attitude and your life. Today's trek on our Attitude Trail, we will explore these 3 questions in more detail. If you have missed any of the past few Philosophy Friday treks, it would be good to go back and review them and get caught up on our progress so far. We do have a lot of ground to cover today, so let's break camp and continue on our second trail of this extended trek as we cover the 5 trails on life's trek, Attitude Part 6. As a reminder, our overall extended trek will cover these 5 trails: philosophy, attitude, activity, results, and lifestyle. We do want to explore today on how you feel is influenced by your associations. And the first question we need to ask is, who are you hanging around? It is good to invest some time once in a while analyzing the people who touch your lives on a daily basis and to mentally weigh the members of your inner circle and what effect they may be having on you. What reputation do they have with those who are productive, knowledgeable, and respected? What is the level of their own past accomplishment? What is the depth of their knowledge? Do they understand and value the importance of attitude, goals, and personal development? How many books have they read in the past year? Are they studying and developing new skills to refine their current abilities? How do they look on the values of virtues such as integrity, commitment, persistence, fairness, patience, and diligent activity? What is it about them that makes their advice, opinions, and counsel valuable to you? Hopefully your inner circle does not consist of people whose strongest assets are an unlimited supply of jokes and a variety of distorted opinions. Those who can reach you and affect you on a daily basis should inspire you, not spread seeds of doubt and dissent with their pessimism, complaining, and ridicule of others. Maintaining a positive attitude in face of life's challenge is difficult enough without this kind of influence in your lives. The second question we want to look at today is, what effect are these people having on you? That is a legitimate question. Where do they have you going? What do they have you talking about? What have they got you thinking and reading and doing? What influence do they have on your ability to perform well and grow? Do they inspire you to feel good about what you are doing? Most important of all, what do they have you becoming? It is easy to let the wrong people slip into your lives. That is why you must take a close look at your circle of influence. You must frequently assure yourself that the wrong voices of influence have not invaded your garden of opportunity by sowing seeds of negativity and doubt. As delicate as this subject may be, you probably have accumulated a few close friends whose attitudes and habits are damaging your chances of success and happiness. They may be nice people with the best of intentions, but their effect on you is wrong. If so, then you may have some difficult choices to make. To protect yourself from these wrong influences, you may be forced to walk away from people who you have known for many years to develop more positive and motivating friendships. This does not imply that you have to abandon them completely, but it is important that you limit the time that you invest with them, especially if they have a negative influence on you. And the third question is, what is acceptable as far as your circle of influence? Reevaluating your association can be a difficult issue. Progress is often painful, but so are the consequences of allowing other people to exercise undue influence on you. Sometimes it is helpful to remember it is not just your attitude that you are attempting to protect and nurture, but the future well-being of others as well. If you are strong, then you can help others to change and improve their lives. If you are not, then the influence of certain people can make your own progress difficult, if not impossible. To protect your better future, you must have the courage to disassociate whenever it's necessary. That may not be an easy choice, but it may be a necessary one. All of us become careless on occasion, and the wrong people, the wrong opportunity, or the wrong thoughts can find their way into your life. The key is to learn to recognize the effect and then take the necessary steps to minimize or eliminate the source. Although we are to be kind and loving to all people, the amount of time that you allow them to influence you may need to be minimized. Why should we take such drastic action? Because the negative influence is just too powerful and too threatening. Never underestimate the power that others have on influencing you. The reason why influence is so powerful is that it has the capacity to change you, and change can be difficult to reverse, particularly if it's change for the worse. Like failure, influence is very subtle. You would never allow yourself to be deliberately pushed off the course that you've set for yourself. But a word of caution, though, if you are not careful, you may inadvertently permit someone to nudge you in the wrong direction a little bit each day. They may be so effective at these nudges that you don't even notice what is happening until it's too late and the damage is done. You might even think that the person who is doing the nudging is a friend, and that may be. It is important to understand their influence on you and how they will impact you long term. A nudge here, a nudge there, and as time passes, you find yourself looking around and saying, "What am I doing here? This is not where I meant to be." You wind up investing weeks or months or even years merely trying to return to the course you had thought you were on before the nudging friend came by, subtly destroying your future with the power of undue influence. Disassociation is not something to be treated lightly. It must be done carefully and thoughtfully. If you are sincere about changing yourself and desiring a better future, you are obligated to distance yourself from those who are having the wrong effect on you. If those you associate with are unwilling or unable to change with positive influence that you can have on them, then you risk being impacted in a negative manner. That reminds me of a scripture passage in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 17 through 24, where the Apostle Paul encouraged us to live as children of light when he wrote these words. "With the Lord's authority I say this, live no longer as the Gentiles do, for they are hopelessly confused. Their minds are full of darkness, and they wander from the life that God gives because they have closed their minds and hardened their hearts against Him. They have no sense of shame. They live for lustful pleasure and eagerly practice all kinds of impurity. But that isn't what you learned about Christ. Since you've heard about Jesus and have learned the truth that comes from Him, throw off your old sinful nature and your former way of life, which is corrupted by lust and deception. Instead, let the Spirit renew your thoughts and attitudes. Put on a new nature, created to be like God, truly righteous and holy." We are deliberately taking this trek slow on the 5 trails on life's trek as we continue to hike on the trail of attitude. Today we learned how important it is to guard ourselves against the negative influence that others have on our lives, even if they are related or considered close friends. Next Philosophy Friday, we will continue to explore the value of those who we associate with. Join us next Friday for additional insights. I know that you'll find these insights interesting and profitable in living your rich and satisfying life. Our next trek will be Motivation Monday, where we will explore more trails on how to get and stay motivated to bring value into your world. So encourage your friends and families to join us, and then come along with us on Monday for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. And the journal for today's trek is available at wisdom-trek.com also. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you on Monday.